Hello, my little chickadees and Lucy Let Be lovers. Um, I just wanted to show you. I've managed to find a bit more time today to start um, the white or the light colours for the chess pieces today. So I just thought I'd show you how they actually start off. I thought that might be as interesting as the finished product. So basically, I'm using cherry wood because I've run out of oak, and this is quite light, so I think this is going to show up on the squares pretty good. So I'll just show you how they start the life. They basically they start obviously as square or oblong blocks. These at the front here, these four are going to be pawns. So they all the pawns are going to be fairly straightforward. It's the other pieces that's a bit of a problem, but this is how they start off. I've got a template here that I've got various templates here, but I use the smaller template for obviously for the pawns. Anyway, so the template goes on there, and I draw around, it, you know, with the grain, as it were, like that, not across the grain, with the grain, and then the first operation as I go up to I take it up to the bandsaw, which is here. Right, this is the bandsaw. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite a big machine. That's a bandsaw. There's the blade. I'm just touching the blade now, and then I will take this up to the bandsaw and switch it on, and very carefully I'll cut near to the line, but not actually on it, because I need some sanding room for it to sand, and I'll sand it down to that line. So it then becomes just like a double-sided pyramid. Yeah. So yeah, I then go over here and I just sand it there on that side, and sand it on that side on this big sander. Yeah, and that gives me the first part of the shape. Then I come back to this table, to the work table, and I put on the template again on the other sides and mark the other sides, and then go back up to the bandsaw over there and cut it again, and then it makes a pyramid. I come over here and then I put it on here, and I finally do get all the sides quite neat. And then when I'm happy with that, that's pretty much finished. Probably a little bit of, if there's any feathering of the edges from, because it is wood after all, it's quite a, temperamental material. And then it goes back down here, and that would be number one done. And then I've got to do 8 of those. And of course, the troublesome ones are like the two-piece ones, which, like the castle or the rook. The rook ends up being two triangles on top of each other. So it's like got a head. So it's got a top. So that's my castle top, and that would be my castle bottom, right? And they get cut just in the same manner, but obviously much smaller pieces. And then I will glue the castle top on there. And on this one, I have been a bit clever. I have drilled the holes in the ones that I've managed to, because it's easier to drill them now while they're in a solid form. So some have had the screws put in. So I've done the screws on 4 of them, and I've filled them with some filler there. So they are weighted. Those are. But yeah, I've got my box here with me thingies, and I just want to show you my little add-on to the what I'm going to be doing to give it a bit more wow factor. I've managed to find some lovely from charm bracelets that my sister had in her jewellery drawer, and she'd got on the charm bracelets was a load of little crucifixes, and I thought, obviously the bishop is so I put one on the back of the bishop and one on the front of the bishop, so that when he's on the board and somebody's playing him, you can actually see the difference between the bishop and a pawn, because with them being the same height, not same height, but with them being similar, somebody might get them mixed up. But I thought if you put a cross on both sides, you won't get them mixed up then. And also, I had one left over for the king, so now the king's also having a I nearly said crucified then, a cross on his, but only on the front of the king, because he's quite easy to see that he is a king. Yeah, so like I say, I thought you might be interested in that. The PCs, I've got obviously a long way to go with this. I mean, it's a day job, really. You know, a day and an evening. Oh, and what else I did is I'd got some green felt, like flaky green felt, and I've done the bottoms green, and I'd put a little bit of glue on and dipped it in green, and now the bottoms are all, they've all got green bottoms. Look, they've all got green bottoms. So that was a nice little thing. So that would feel nice on the board. Hey, it's like fake grass. Don't like fake grass, actually. But anyway, keeping it short. So I'll keep you updated. See, it's going to be I don't know, probably won't be finished now till Friday afternoon or something. But anyway, you know, free Lucy, free Palestine.